Power. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I didn't see y'all over there. You were? I did not see y'all. See that? Is this cold water? May I? Go ahead. Thank you. Anybody else?
Yes, please.
Cold water. Y'all need water too.
Hey, Evie. I'm not really sure where I am going next. I got a ride. I have a ride back to the car, and actually the folks who are here need to use the bathroom, and so I've invited them to come use our bathroom. I'm not sure how we're getting there to the bathroom, but that's where we're going. So I'm actually going to turn off the live as soon as we all get in cars, and I feel comfortable that nobody's getting snatched. All right, I'm turning off live, y'all. I'm good. I'm fine.
We got a whole artillery down at Tony's and at the QT.
Well, I drove by the QT. There's nothing going on there anymore.
Oh, they almost went to Tony's.
Nobody can, my dear. That's not for you.
What's happening?
Oh, no, nothing.
Okay. And here we see the wild flying ACAB nesting in the trees. A beautiful specimen. Its mating call sounds exactly like defund the police and fuck 12. That was not snipers on the roof now.
Okay, which one? I meant this one. If you can like.
Today we are learning that signs and trees do not physically mix.
Need some help?
You need some help, my dude?
No, I got it.
I've just,
Just the way you said it.
I'll be honest, I've never heard someone your age say my dude before. That was brilliant. That was, alright, elbow bump.
That's because I'm half boy.
That's because you're half boy.
Yes, I'm half man.
Well, which half? The left half or the right half? Top, bottom? Split right down the middle? Split. Ah, alright.
I can do lady things, but the only thing I can't stand is like mostly girls that are like spoiled and wear lots of pink. I hate pink.
So,
I hate pink and glitter.
so you're a tomboy.
I don't like to say it that way. I'm a geek. I'm a tomboy.
Yeah, just bring a
I
tree.
kick. I'm sassy. I don't give out a lot of hugs.
I can't blame you, especially in this pandemic.
No, I just don't give out hugs to people. That's the problem. The only way I will give out a hug is A, if they're sad, or B, if I'm really close to them.
It's falling.
And here the wild defund the police sign is being hung in the tree. Whether the sign will stay in the tree is a sign in and of itself.
There, can you see it?
And the balancing act has been completed, and defund the police is now visible. However, it is not entirely legible.
Dude, what the heck?
What?
Huh.
How did I make this accent?
No questions.
You got no questions!
Are you
You got no questions!
you get like, dude, how can you do the accent? Are you like British or something?
My mother was British. My father was Scottish. and I was born and raised in America, so that's where I got the American accent.
And that's how I got this accent.
Ah.
I'm not actually,
Now my dog was Australian, and that's how I got this accent.
Can you see that from the street? Yeah?
Oh yeah, right there.
And here we have found a more visible spot for the sign. Defund the police, it says.
Deja, do you want to hold on to this one?
Hell no, Chief Hall has got to go. And the rapid transit bus might hit a sedan.
That one's perfect. Because I can.
What the hell is she doing? They're putting a defund the police sign in the tree. Ask her what education level she has? No. We're gonna be having some speakers, I guess, soon. I think we're currently in the break phase.
Okay, what chair is going to
Yeah, I'm not gonna creep. Besides, I already blew her mind with my accents. Okay.
This one or this one?
Y'all be careful. A girl might unpolitely do one.
What's up?
How's it going? I'm mostly making sure the police behind you don't bug you. No masks, no social distancing. Truly is a tragedy that the police might get COVID and die. If only they had done something to prevent it. I'm sure they'll take it down afterwards.
Sorry.
I thought you were throwing it to me. My
Stop
bad.
unpolitely pooing on people.
It looks good.
I'm tired of you crows not getting scared of people. Y'all should be scared.
Did you know that if you feed the crows, you can adopt them as a pet?
Can we throw a shoe at those crows?
Why would you want to do that?
Because they unpolitely pooing on people. See? There's so many crows here, and they're about to poo on one of these people, I swear.
I mean, they don't know better.
They do know better. They birds. They might have a smaller head than us, but they got a larger brain. They way smarter.
They got a larger brain than us?
Yes. So if someone calls you a bird head or feather head, which means bird, just say, well, thank you for the compliment. That means I'm very smart, because a bird's smarter than a human being. They ain't racist like y'all.
Dab on him. Dab on him.
Tiger dog's here.
Yep.
Tiger dog.
Do you want to pet the dog?
Can we go pet tiger dog?
Yeah, I think this kid knows about the Great Crow conspiracy. This kid knows something we don't. Are they leaving? Already?
If everyone can get up and come over here, please.
There, they gotta pet the dog.
Come on, Bria. Oh, he's a good boy.
He can jump very high. How old is he?
We should have one doggo on the counter.
I don't like dogs that like jump up.
Yep, we are at one dog. Oh, I'm live. Yeah,
Apologize.
I have a counter for every dog that I pet at a protest.
You have a what?
I have a counter for every dog that I pet at a protest. So that's why I was saying we're at one dog.
For one dog,
We
so
pet
cute.
one dog.
Helps in protest.
Tiger dog.
Hello, Conch. I don't know. PATS was here. I thought we'd be yelling and screaming at the police department, but BET guy is still out here.
I'm gonna go get the other one.
And then I think We Take the Streets is about to march. Out of principle, I've avoided marching with them for a while, but are they about to march?
Huh?
Are they about to get back to marching, or?
I do not know.
Thought there'd be a little more yelling at the police department.
Yeah, I actually was sourcing earlier if there was power around here, and even though they have power for power lines to all those Christmas trees, they go to a plug that doesn't go anywhere.
Huh.
It ends in the bushes there. It isn't plugged into anything. I know. I was absolutely.
So if I march with them, I march past my car. Who knows how long until they go to City Hall. They just cut a blue ribbon. Okay.
Don't lick your basket.
That is not gonna end Shut it down! Shut it down!
Oh, they're shutting the intersection down now.
Who shuts it down? We shut it down! Who shuts it down? We shut it down! Who shuts it down? Who shuts it down? Who shuts it down? Who shuts it down? Who shuts it down?
I think we're missing some people on that side, so I'll go over there. Doesn't look like there are any police paying attention to us in the building.
Alright, y'all, this is a new one. Hey, hey, who's home? Repeat after me, y'all. Hey, hey, who's home? Hey, hey, who's home? We got something you should know. We got something you should know. Hey, hey, Chief Home. Hey, hey, Chief Home. You have got to go. You have got to go. Hey, hey, who's
It's kind of a weak chant.
we got something you should know. We got something you should know. Hey, hey, Chief Hall. Hey, hey, Chief Hall. All right, we're gonna do that again. My bad. Hey, hey, who's home? Hey, hey, who's home? We got something you should know. We got something you should know. Chief Hall has got to go. Chief Hall has got to go. Hey, hey, who's home? Hey, hey, who's home? We got something you should know. We got something you should know. Chief Hall has got to go. Chief Hall has got to go. Hey, hey, who's home? Hey, hey, who's home? We got something you should know. We got something you should know. Chief Hall has got to go. Chief Hall has got to go. D4DPD. 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 And police brutality. And police brutality. And police brutality. D4DPD. D4DPD. Hey, stand your ground. No distraction. No distraction. Hey, hey, who's home? We got something you should know. We got something you should know. Chief Hall has got to go. Chief Hall has got to go. We got something you should know. We got something you should know. Chief Hall has got to go. Chief Hall has got to go. Hey, who's home? We got something you should know. We got something you should know. Chief Hall has got to go. Chief Hall has got to go. D4DPD. D4DPD. D4DPD.
That's Shima, the leader of the group.
And police brutality. And police brutality. D4DPD. D4DPD.
Don't flag the white lady down like I'm a
All right, never mind. Don't let him go. Invest in community. Invest in community. Hey, hey, Chief Hall. Hey, hey, Chief Hall. Hey, hey, Chief Hall. Hey, hey, Chief Hall. Hold the line. Hold the goddamn line. Y'all need to hold the line. Don't move from your spot. You're not on the sidewalk. Hold your spot.
pretty much all Dallas could muster. Dallas has had some issues recently.
We got something you should know. We got something you should know. Hey. We got something you should know.
I gotta make sure this guy doesn't. Yeah. I'm live right now.
I see it. Thanks, y'all. I love you. And you got a spray.
I used to march with this group every day, actually.
Yeah, you know how. Like this to me is day 69, 69 is a big shot. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Whole life is going to I'm listening with whole life is going to this is new. So, fight for liberty, you know, look for me. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You a bitch in the hair. Without that bag. You a bitch in the hair. Without that bag. You a bitch in the hair. Without that bag. You a bitch in the hair. Without that bag. You a bitch in the hair. You a bitch in the hair. Justice. Now. Justice. When do we want it? Now. When do we want justice? When do we want it? Now. If we don't get it, shut it down. 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 I said if we don't get it, shut it down. Who shuts it down? We shut it down. Who shuts it down? We shut it down. Who shuts it down? We shut it down. Who shuts it down? You don't get no peace. You don't get no peace. If they don't get no justice, you don't get no peace. If they don't get no justice, you don't get no
They're
peace.
spraying his car with water.
You don't get no peace. You don't get no peace.
You don't get no peace. We got something you should know. We got something you should know.
Bye!
Watch out! You let him turn around. Let him turn around. If he's turning around, let him turn around.
Take your feet to fuck the police.
I think one's morals are things you feel in your heart.
Yeah! Fuck yeah!
This is what we're stopping. We're stopping capitalism, which is white supremacy by any other fucking name.
This traffic situation is all kinds of fucked up.
We run this bitch! We run this bitch! We shut shit down! We shut shit down! We shut shit down! We shut shit down! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, fuck 12! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, fuck 12! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, fuck 12! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, fuck 12! They don't get no justice! You don't get no peace! They don't get no justice! You can't go! You can't go home! I'm sorry, you're not gonna be able to go home tonight! Because some people couldn't go home tonight to their families! We can't do it! We can't do it! We can't allow you to go home! If some people are not going home to their families! That's gonna have to wait to go to the garage! Let's go wait to make more money! On behalf of our money! This is our stuff! Now we're talking about if you don't vote, we don't get no thing. Every time you take any fucking rule in America, it is controlled by capitalism.
Behavior. String, tell us about your bullying. What did you do? Who did you do it to? And why? Yeah, Bill got a 30 for 30. Isn't that the ESPN show, 30 for 30? Ray says, bullets toughen you up, though. Bullying toughens you up. I was bullied in school, but I didn't...
Look, he's taking the flag. Where's my thing?
Oh, they're moving in and arresting somebody. It's not the guy that had the flag, though.
That man got out the car, walked all the way down here, and fighting the ride.
the other side of Ryan is. I have no idea if they're actually going to let me through here, but Ryan's on the other side, so I'm going to go be with him. Yeah. Hey, how are you? I found him.
John 3?
No, sorry. Newspaper. No TVs. Hey. I found Ryan.
Hey guys.
He said hey.
What's going on over on that side?
Just some yelling and stuff.
They just arrested a really. Oh, it's fireworks.
The guy with the Confederate flag and the baseball bat?
Well, I saw that, but also they arrested this drunk ass woman who was just standing out here. This white woman, and she kept yelling "All Lives Matter," and then she would act like she was on everyone's side, but she didn't know. She was just too drunk to know what was going on.
And she got arrested for being drunk?
She kept being like, "They're gonna shoot," and then she would cry for a little bit, and then she'd walk too close to the cops. They were like, "Back the fuck up," and then they just took her.
So I really thought, so when that dude came down with the Confederate flag and the baseball bat, the one guy was like, "Put it down and fight with me." And so he put the bat down and he about fought him, but then he ran away.
It was the big dude who was,
Yeah, and then he
the
got
guy in the
arrested.
green shirt wanted to take the flag back, or?
Oh, I didn't catch what happened up here.
I think the guy in the green shirt took the flag away, and then the big dude.
Somebody definitely took the flag off the fence.
And then the big dude was getting arrested, getting dragged over here, and he kept yelling at this crowd, being like, "You love it, don't you? You love it, don't you?" That was all the excitement I seen.
Well, this is the first time that we've been to. Oh, I've seen some. I guess I really didn't see anything. The courthouse was tense.
Yeah.
Because that was where I saw
watching
the.
all the way down.
I mean, they obviously have all the guns with the live ammunition up here, but that was when I first saw it, and I was like, holy shit. Then everybody was messaging me saying they were tear gassing people up here. Couldn't get here fast enough, though. I told Jeff I was coming over here, and he stayed down there, so Jeff's down there. Just trying to look out for him. All right. Now that stuff is kind of a little calmed down, I'll tell you guys kind of what's been going on out here.
Camo people are they deputies?
I believe they are Gaston County, like detention and sheriff.
They're like SWAT, basically?
Essentially, yeah, something like that. So, 2 days ago, Tony's Ice Cream over there, a woman was inside trying to order some ice cream. She asked for something additional. The employee gave her an attitude. There are so many counter protesters down there across the street. Yeah, so many, dude. They're all across the street over there. They're on the corner. They're on the corner up that way, and they're just on the sidewalks up there. And a lot of them have shotguns and AK-47s. Like they're just up there with weapons. So she left the building, went to the parking lot, and there were two men in the parking lot that started saying something to her. I don't know what it was. And so she essentially had like a solo person protest in the parking lot, letting everybody know like what was going on, what the problem was, expressing herself, voicing her voice, voicing her opinion. And the police were called. The police were called and 5 officers showed up. The people at Tony's wanted her to leave the property, so she said that she was going to go across the street over here, kind of to where that sign is, and start a protest over there on her own. Officer said that's fine. If you go across the street, you're fine. She was waiting for traffic to come by and pass on this road in order to cross the street, and only about 10 seconds had gone by before the officer went over there and arrested her. So the next day there was a small protest at Tony's where one black woman was punched in the face, a gun was pulled, a knife was pulled. I believe only one person got arrested. And then there was another protest today, an armed protest. In response to that situation at Tony's, there were many counter-protesters. Riot officers showed up. We have preliminary reports, preliminary like it's still happening. It already happened, I just haven't been able to confirm. We're hearing that 4 tear gas canisters were thrown at them when they were in the parking lot of Tony's. I believe it was both groups that got tear gassed. We don't see no riot gear. That's a nice chant. I like that. They're saying, "Why are you in riot gear? We don't see no riot here." Today the protest happened. There were more than 50 riot control officers that were up there, keep them from doing that. These camouflaged armed individuals who I'm not totally, I think the back of that one's patch says sheriff, so I believe they're part of the sheriff's department. They're out here with live weapons. They advanced across the street and arrested at least 2 people out of a car who had firearms. They confiscated the firearms. There's plenty of pictures and video of that happening. I showed up over there just to see what was going on. It was very calm, tense, but calm. There were about 15 protesters, 43 officers that counted them. And I started hearing about what was going on at Tony's, so I came down here, and now you've been seeing it. This is what's going on here. There was a man that came running down the street with a Confederate flag and a baseball bat, chanting "Confederate Lives Matter." He about got into a fist fight with another protester. It didn't happen. It was so close though, but it didn't happen. They took the flag from him. He ran away up here, kind of to where we are now, before the officers swooped in and arrested him. So he's gone. Did they arrest 2 people? Oh yeah, they arrested a woman who was apparently drunk. So right now it is a standoff between protesters and the sheriff's deputies, officers in regular riot gear up here. I see one pepper ball gun right there. He's walking away. So I don't see many less lethals. So we're just kind of watching. There are many counter-protesters up back there, over in that parking lot of that building. And I believe there's some in that corner. Well, what's not right about it? All I said was everything that I've seen over the past 2 days. I didn't skew anything. Brian, I'm not familiar with that instance. Like I was saying, I'm only talking about the stuff that I've seen so far. I'm not trying to skew anything. If there was an incident that happened like that, then I just can't speak on it because I don't know. So I'm only saying what I've seen. See, this is the dangerous part because there are people running into crowds of counter-protesters, and a lot of the counter-protesters up there are heavily armed. So there might be some very negative situations that happen up there that I'm no longer going to be able to see because we're blocked off from going through.
All the police, or you can go that way, but I just can't have you right here on this whole top. We're going. Okay, I'm going this way. Hey, heads up.
They say we either got to go that way or that way. We'll go that way. We'll go this way. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna get it. I hate when they do that because it's basically like, can you go get it too? That concerned me when they did that.
What? Just there
Then
right
they
now?
chase everybody away because there are so many counter-protesters up there with
That's what
guns
they're
and
trying to
shit.
do. And why? I just asked them, why haven't y'all arrested these people? They arrested Muffin for having guns, saying it's terroristic threats. Why haven't these people been arrested? They got guns.
There's a dude with a shotgun and an AK-47.
Yes, right there.
And I'm legal. I got my rights. My shit concealed on my waist. You can see it. It's in the holster.
I'm not gonna film you though. But yes, that's true. Both sides have been heavily armed. My concern with something like this, though, is if this is a protection of First Amendment rights, there's no protection back that way for anybody. So if they chase people off and somebody gets injured in an altercation up this way, they're kind of just on their own. And that's anybody. That's both sides.
They act like that prayer don't stop the police from running up on their ass. That's the shit that killed me. That is not gonna stop the police from fucking y'all up.
I think we've seen a prayer circle get ambushed before, right? Who are those guys in there?
I don't know, but let's see if they get arrested.
guy's putting his hand on his gun.
Those people right there are armed, yelling at each other. Like this the type of situation that quickly escalates, that they probably more likely to move on us. So we'll see, but if you've been watching for a while, you heard me say that before. And that's
I'm just saying, he need to watch the way he talking to women, though.
I just asked Taz, he said there will be a march tonight, so it looks like we will be marching. Yes, Angela, it was a very, very, very daunting moment, but of course, a minor roadblock in the grand scheme of things.
I don't know what they're talking about, but they can have their private conversation. Officers are backing up. Officers are backing up. Look at them backing up. Confrontation with people with firearms. They're just like, we'll walk away. I know, right? There's really nothing happening back here. They're just talking in a circle. It's not even really heated anymore.
Where there's been a lot of debate over whether or not it's going to be moved. A citizen review board recently decided that it should be. We'll see if that happens. These same folks here, our friends in blue, drove us out of there. Oh, look at that. Look at that aesthetic. Let me get it. Look at that. Franklin, corner of Franklin and Avalon. I think I might have said Avalon before Avalon. Tony's Ice Cream's right there. And, oh, come on, Gimbal, don't be showing the sky. Nobody needs to see the sky. There we go. Sorry about that.
Back up, y'all.
So they gave dispersal order over an hour ago, apparently. I was not here when that happened, but they said that they did. So they could arrest people at any time for failure to disperse and trespassing. I got a burr in my sock now, come on. There, I had to get that out, jeez. I have enough things to worry about without getting burrs in my socks. How do you even get a burr out here? Yeah, here they're standing still on this block right in front of this intersection, right in front of Tony's. Ooh. Saw a couple people get arrested. Guy who ran through here with a Confederate flag and an aluminum baseball bat, yelling "Confederate Lives Matter." And somebody grabbed his flag. Police arrested both men. There could have been more arrests earlier before I got here. I would not be surprised, but as far as what I witnessed, there were 2 arrests. There's also at least a couple arrests. Oh, they're putting their shields down. A couple arrests at the courthouse earlier. Based on what they did there.
Yeah, I'll give you a slow pan. This is what we're looking at. That's a line of riot police up there. They were right here, but they moved up that way.
It's about to repeat itself, which I imagine it will. They have not, as far as I'm aware or have seen, used any tear gas or rubber bullets or anything like that yet. It's all just been a show of force so far. And chasing people, basically just advancing the line. People scatter, fall back, advance the line. But they feel ready. We know it's not safe. So they're about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people up here at this front line where I'm at. Back behind me a ways is everybody else. If you could, I don't know if you could hear them yelling, "Come back," because being up here, obviously you're more likely to get arrested. But so yeah, you know, just if you're looking at this and you only see a few people and you're like, why are they all here for these 7 or 8 people? There's a whole bunch of people behind me as well. And there are also some counter protesters back there. I can't tell exactly, but most of them seem to have fallen back now on the other line, or other side of the road there. Oh no, just as I said that, now they're streaming out into the middle of the road again. So it looks like the protesters and counter protesters are arguing again back there. Some of the counter protesters are armed. One of them looked like he was going for his sidearm. At one point, he sort of just pulled his shirt aside to show it. Other people are open carrying out here. That road back there is not really blocked off, so sometimes cars are coming through. So it is my understanding that Charlotte Uprising is helping with bail funds for people.
During that protest, a white man punched a black woman in the face. A white woman
On Instagram. Going off. Nice eerie touch. I don't know if you all can even see it. I keep having to keep my eyes on the cops instead of the screen. But and again, most people are back there. Probably, you know, I don't know, 50 yards away. But yeah. Still a handful up here as well. Looks like in the middle of the road there we have protesters and counter protesters arguing with each other. I'm gonna fall back and see what's going on with that situation and if the counter protesters keep coming into the middle of the road talking to protesters and then moving back over, and there's a lot of back and forth so far. Two groups. See people. Hey man, how's it going? Smattering of people up here. Most of the people have fallen back to back where we just were. Following the alleged race incident that happened right there at Tony's. And the arrest. of a black woman who's apparently wearing a Black Lives Matter pin. What's that?
Yeah, be safe. It's over. We out here tomorrow. Come on.
Yeah, I don't know what out here for everybody means exactly, and I didn't feel like trying to find out. All right. It's my alarm ring, and I just thought that was my phone. So, still a lot of people out here. Not as many as before, but back about 100 yards from the line of police. So they brought a paddy wagon in. So So they brought a paddy wagon in, as you probably just saw. And there may be one or two people still up at that front line, but basically everyone is back here now. Aside from some media who are on the sidewalk over there. And some people were just they were telling them to look into jail support, and they were saying that 2 members of jail support. So you're talking about jail support? We are jail support. So so they just met jail support.
We jail support. This little area over there.
Y'all taking applications? I need to apply. Did you drive?
It's volunteer.
Volunteer?
You don't gotta apply, just show up. Pull up.
They say they got jail support number. Everybody can't get it.
Oh man, that was funny. Yeah, Charlotte contingency's out. Counter protesters.
No racist USA! No Trump! No racist USA! No cops! No KKK! 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 No racist USA!
Gotta get this thing off. Get this off of here. Okay. Yeah, can I? There we go. There we go. Alright. Other side. I'm gonna put this down for a second. Otherwise, it's gonna... there we go. Last time we knew it was going to happen.
Every single fucking day!
Till we see change!
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 Till we see change! Till we see change!
Oh yeah, look. We just need to get our food.
Out of the way,
Good night.
I don't know how many police cars are down there, but they're still watching us in the building up there. They've got police on almost every street.
You a bitch and a half.
I don't know what they're waiting on. It's one police car over there, 2 police officers.
FAC, Not Fucking Around Coalition, they are the largest all-black militia in the United States. Several weeks ago, they did march in Georgia. They marched near the headquarters of the KKK. Basically to call out like, hey, we're here, do you want to say hi, that type of deal. Like, we said we would. I know it's supposed to be a non-violent organization. I haven't heard anything to the effect of them saying that all white people are associated with the KKK. Maybe in the video when they were in Georgia, there were some people they talked to directly that they believed might have been part of the KKK, and that could have been the reference. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't seen the footage that you're referencing. But to my knowledge, they are. They're just a militia. A militia like any other. There's several militias throughout the United States. The biggest thing for me is I hope that everyone involved on Saturday, NFAC, LMPD, National Guard, and any other counter militia that might be showing up. I just hope that any groups that are involved that are armed can practice trigger discipline. Everybody can carry all they want. It's whenever you brandish and or pull the trigger that it becomes a problem. So really, I want all sides to practice trigger discipline. That's all I got to say about what's going on Friday. Everyone can practice trigger discipline.
I said no justice! No peace! Fuck these racist ass police! I said no justice! No peace! Fuck these racist ass police! I said no justice! No peace! Fuck these racist ass police! No sleep this time, y'all! I said no justice! No peace! Fuck these racist ass police! Fuck these racist ass police!
They definitely seem disciplined at face value, but I have seen in a video where Grandmaster Jay, the head of NFAC, mentioned that anyone that shows up in the uniform he specifically set out, I believe it was all black vests, black mask, black hat, full firearms and shotguns, and then pistols on a thigh holster. So he did say that anyone that shows up in that uniform will be sworn in de facto and then sworn in full-time afterwards. So I really hope that there is some type of vetting that is involved in that, because again, trigger discipline is going to be my biggest concern when it comes to Saturday. Employee coming out to support.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
They're definitely going to be down on Saturday. I can see them rolling in on Friday just to get situated and stage before they got to roll out on Saturday. I'm not sure if they're supposed to be demonstrating on Friday or not, but I could see them showing up a day early just to stage and prepare. Again, we got some small numbers tonight. I think it's because of the threat of rain. We are also at day 56.
50 days! And we still out here. Lock the police officers up to kill Breonna Taylor. Lock the fucking dirty ass national guards to kill David McAtee. We are here every day. Day 56. Day 56. He said what he said. Every bit what he said. Yo, fist up. Fist up. Fist up. Hey. 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 War dance. War dance. Don't get me started. I get to talk, baby. War dance, brother. Do that war dance. Yeah, I ain't trying to spit. I go crazy. Hey, let's hit it for him. Let's hit it for him. They think we playing with him, dog. I mean this shit when I say it. I don't want to say another motherfucking name. I don't want to say another motherfucking name. I don't want to say another motherfucking name.
Jonas have explained a couple times in the video and also in the comment.
I should have to say another motherfucking name.
That is pinned right there that you can read.
there's some rain potentially coming tonight, so I assume that scared some people off. Other than that, we're almost 2 months deep straight in protesting. People get tired, people gotta take days to rest. I rested the last 2 days, and now I'm back out. So yeah, sometimes the numbers dwindle a little bit, but you best believe whenever weekend comes back around, everyone's right back here. You know, one thing you gotta remember is that the economy is currently still back open to an extent. You know, we'll see whether or not we get shut down again. I personally see it going that direction, but I don't know shit. So, you know, like, people do got to go back to work. They got their jobs and shit. So, like, yeah, numbers dwindle on some of the weeknights. Numbers dwindle a little bit during the day. But everyone... Just because firearms aren't allowed does not mean that firearms are not there. This is the United States. There's firearms everywhere, unfortunately. Also, I haven't heard anything about people moving to Baxter Park personally, Sandy. That's just me, though.
Look, I'm feeling this right here. Motherfuckers, niggas gotta get gas. Go to another gas station. It's over with. It's over with. It's over with. Come it up, man. There it is. Hey, Breonna Taylor. Breonna Taylor. Breonna Taylor. Hey, Breonna Taylor. Breonna Taylor. David McAtee. David McAtee. Hey. We don't get it. Oh my God. We don't get it.
I do not own rights to any of the music in the background. Okay, now the Baxter Park thing is starting to make, like, Grandmaster Jay was told that NFAC could not gather at Central Park because it's part of school grounds, or Central High School, because it's part of school grounds, so they can't have firearms. That makes total sense. Maybe Baxter Park is what people are saying now? Okay, there we go. Now, yeah, there we go. We gotta go in full circle there now. Thank you, Blair.
This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. What democracy looks like. Wall Street. 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 Happy birthday. Black Lives Matter. 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 Black Lives Matter.
People are saying Baxter Park. I don't know that for a fact. I'll double check and make sure. Yes, we are at day 56 currently of protests here in Louisville, Kentucky. Coming up on damn near 2 months. Honk their horn like they wanted gas. I think they get it. They're not getting any gas right now. They just rolled up and parked behind me. Maybe they don't get it. I don't know.
You can't stop the revolution. 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 Arrest, convict, the whole damn system is guilty as hell. Arrest, convict,
Brianna, 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 Taylor, David, 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 McAfee, David, 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 McAfee, hey, Tyler, 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 go.
Again, I do not own rights to any of the music in this video.
Everybody that came out on this march, we gotta stop looking at not heard, not whatever. We gotta do it. I mean, we just gotta pick up a little bit more of the load. You know what I'm saying? We gotta go a little bit harder. You know what I'm saying? We gotta feel right. Look to your left. Look to your right. Turn all the way around. Get to know your people that you're marching with. We gonna chill for like 5 minutes. Everybody leg grip. Nobody get no gas.
So funny thing is we're shutting down the pumps, keeping people from being able to get gas.
We got 5 minutes and we back on you.
But we did go inside and buy some snacks and water, so at least we're throwing them some money while we're protesting. We're not completely shutting down their business. WLKY, thank you, Julie. Julie? I'm not even familiar with Baxter Park in general, so I'm gonna have to go check out the area before Saturday so I can be more familiar. Because I will be out there. Had to make sure I got proper camera equipment and the proper safety gear before I head out. So yeah, spent the last couple days making sure I got all that together. I took mental health days, just trying to get my head back on straight because there has been a lot going on here in Louisville. It's not quite Portland, it's not quite Seattle, it's not quite Atlanta, it's definitely not Minneapolis. But there's been a lot going on in Louisville lately, so this weekend could potentially be a big weekend. Bow. Bow, bow.
Tree up, y'all.
Only thing I can assume is because it is probably the most busy gas station downtown, and again, it's protest. Protest is here to inconvenience people. Honestly, they could have talked to Baders beforehand. It's possible, I don't know. I'm just here to record. You know, so for all I know, Baders could have known. Maybe they don't. I don't know. I haven't talked to Matthew in probably 3 or 4 days, so honestly, yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I assume Jason Downey's either way. working tonight or taking a mental day, because he's been going hard too. But Maxwell is out here. Someone said he might be having some trouble with the stream. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, let's see it. All right. Holy damn. Damn, you're covered in them. Wow. Yeah, no, that's all good. Did you want to say anything on camera? Or you? Oh, that's fine. Just checking. But you got sexy legs, brother. Yeah, for sure. Thank you. Yeah. And we got some kids over here bringing some signs in. You know, definitely a family. All right.
You know, like the inconvenience that black people have to live in just for being black. Does that make sense?
You can't stop the revolution. You can't stop the revolution. You can't stop the revolution.
So basically, if we can make a bunch of white people uncomfortable for 20 minutes, it's nothing compared to the discomfort that African American and black people, POC, have to deal with on a daily basis, just being alive. So you know what? Even trade. Thank you, Adam. Quick update, I got down to the park at probably 8:45. Low numbers, girls were out, high spirits, everybody's hanging out. There was some music going. They kicked on the spotlights above the records hall right after, you know, probably 9:20, 9:25, 9:30, right after dark. They kicked up the lights at the records hall. I assume that they'll be up until 11. We'll see if we get back to the park by 11 to see if they make the announcements and cut the lights again. But that's been their go-to for the last week, I'd say. I wasn't out the last 2 nights, so I don't know for a fact. I know Jason Downey was out marching last night. Police came and broke up a fight after the marches were done. He'd already dropped his feed, had to go live again, but police came, broke it up, and now it left immediately. I assume a lot of these people, a lot of me included, speak vulgar because it is our First Amendment right to do so. And whenever you use profanity, a lot of times it makes people take note. You know, so even if you have to use the profanity to get people to take note, and then you hit them with the logic afterwards, you know.
Let's roll. Let's hear the song, bro. Let's see y'all hear the song.
Pretty dope. Probably good people, right? Hey, Adam. We're rolling. By accident. Look at this. I mean, the only reason that LMPD would have a reason to remove us from the property is if the store called on us themselves. That's the only way that it would make it trespassing. Further than that, for it to be trespassing, I believe the law states that someone has to be told to leave, then come back on the property to technically be trespassing. So you can't just say you're trespassing, we're notifying you're trespassing, we're arresting you right now. Now, if you refuse to leave the property once notified as trespassing, then that's when they have the right to arrest you. Or if you leave the property and come back after you've been notified.
Hey, hit them horns all the way till we get back. Hit them horns all the way
I'm not super familiar with police scanners. Do they typically say over the scanner who called in for the complaint? In my opinion, as long as protest is in the name of protest and it's not violent, no, you can't blame anyone for being accosted by police, in my opinion. Because it's not like it's not like anyone rolled up and damaged the, it's not like anybody rolled up and damaged the property. We just rolled up, chilled, moment of protest. Moment of disruption, moment of protest. Totally peaceful, non-violent. Tracy, I do indeed have a Venmo, I do have a PayPal, I do have a Cash App. Previously, anytime anyone's asked me that over the last almost 2 months, I've always said I don't need the money. Directed you to links that go directly to organizers and or organizing groups for the protests. But actually today, I posted my links for the first time. So if anyone is willing to help me out, that's completely on you. I have posted links for the protest organizers several times, but the links that I posted today will be going directly to me and my efforts and being a witness journalist for the protests and everything. Tomorrow I'll repost new links there for the protests directly again. But today I do have a post up that has Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal for myself. So if anyone would like to contribute to my efforts to be out here as much as possible, that would be greatly appreciated. I personally think saying the word fuck is way less disappointing than a cop shooting someone in the back 8 times. That makes me hurt a lot more than whenever I hear someone say the word fuck. You're specifically throwing it under race, stopping at a local business and disrupting for a moment. Race had nothing to do with that in particular. It was just a moment of protest at a busy spot in downtown. It's one of the few places that is open this late. It just so happens to be one of the busiest locations downtown because it is probably the closest gas station to the central location in downtown. So it was more...
Divided we fall. Divided we fall. Divided we fall. Divided we fall. No justice. No peace.
Shit, Portland's been going down for 2 weeks. Posted a link earlier about the Wall of Moms. Apparently Portland has put up a defensive wall around their courthouse, from what I read, with what they call death holes, or they're basically, it's like archers, the slits that they had in castles. It's small holes cut out specifically to be able to get a barrel out be able to pop non-lethal rounds through it and still be protected. But yeah, Portland has walled off their justice system, their justice building. And protesters were beating back federal agents today. Apparently, that was according to a Yahoo News article that I posted. So yeah, Portland's been wild for a couple weeks now, but it is slowly getting more and more wild. Oh yeah, dude, there was a wall of moms that popped up in Portland. You know, it was like 30 moms all dressed like moms going to Target, and they specifically made that point of, we wanted to look like we were going to Target, like we were normal people. And they created a wall in the front to help protect. And of course, Portland PD used, you know, pepper shot and tear gas on them. Dude, these are just moms. Do you really think these moms are coming out here to cause a ruckus?
Let's take it to the streets to find the police. No justice, no peace. No peace, take it to the streets to find the police. No peace, take it to the streets to find the police.
I don't know. It seems like every other day Trump is announcing that he's going to be sending sending the federal, you know, the federal secret men that are abducting people. It's like almost every other day Trump is announcing new cities that they're going to be sending them to, working their way down the line of all the major protest cities in the United States. I feel like it's potentially only a matter of time before they eventually hit Louisville. You know, we'll just have to see how everything pans out. You know, we've been here almost 2 months, but there's still a hell of a lot of work to do. And we're not going anywhere. So if protests do escalate, then I could see Trump's feds coming in at some point. But that's just my assessment. I maintain being a man that don't know shit.
Say his name. David McAtee. Say his name. David McAtee. Say his name. Tyler Bird. Say his name. Tyler Bird. Motherfucking name. I don't want to say another motherfucking name. I shouldn't have to say another motherfucking name. I shouldn't have to say another motherfucking name. Breonna Taylor. Breonna Taylor. Breonna Taylor. Breonna Taylor. I shouldn't have to say another motherfucking name.
I shouldn't have to say another motherfucking name.
I should never say another motherfucking name. I should not say another motherfucking name. Tyler Bird. Tyler Bird. David McAtee. Michael Newby. I should have to say another motherfucking name. I should have to say another motherfucking name. Say her name. Breonna Taylor. Say her name. Breonna Taylor. Say her name. Breonna Taylor. Freeway. Hey. Make some noise, y'all.
So you can see they got the lights on up here again. Those came on right after dark. To my knowledge, for the last week or so, LMPD's approach has been right at 11 o'clock. They go ahead and they cut out those lights. They make their announcement at 10:30. They make their announcement at 10:45. They make their announcement at 11 o'clock. The park is now closed. And they cut the lights and they leave us alone. Yes, again, that's just been at least the last week.
We in this motherfucker. Fuck you, so. Look, Chad, we come back. Fuck you, dog. We up here, nigga.
Louisville, the city, absolutely, as a whole, I would assume, cares about Black Lives. LMP.
Black Lives Matter.
getting any gas right now.
Can't stop the revolution. You 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 can't stop the revolution.
Yeah.
Non-stop.
Brianna.
That's C-Taz energy. Look at it.
Brianna. Hey, Brianna.
Trumpers. I'm just glad I'm not in Portland right now. Yes, I do. Huh? 14 cops in the area, by the way. Huh? 14 cops in the area. Yeah, they tend to do that. Pretty big perimeter. 3 there, 2 over there, like 9 over there. It's ridiculous. This is Springfield, Oregon. Alright. I'm behind you. Alrighty. Let's go to the main map. Right? Yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and come back around here. Oh boy. The All Life Matter peoples are coming in to spread the corona. Sunny as hell over here, bro. I'm gonna try to get another angle, but I like this angle. The sun is so bright. I tried. Anybody not wearing a mask right now is breaking the law.
Right?
Where's the cops at when you need them? That's the thing, by the way. Over the age of, I think, 12, you don't wear a mask and you're not within social distancing guidelines. It's against the law here in Oregon. Alright, let's get a different angle here. Terrible angle. I wish I had a better one. Let's get a better one. They're both here. Mostly it's the Black Lives Matter people that are here. Oh, they actually got a work room.
Some more people with signs are showing up. You got this guy with the silence is violence thing going on. I don't know. You've got that sign over here. It says Trump Nazis on the tree. I don't know if you can see on the tree. It says Trump Nazis, go back to your cave. But oh, and this, I'm gonna get this sign here. Not trying to get your face, but can I get your sign? Thank you. So what? Where are they? They're likely inside the court building. I can't say 100% for sure because they've been down in some of the other buildings down that way. Anything that's a public building, I'd be wary. I mean, they could be anywhere, I suppose. But yeah, I think at this stage they're not really. It's like after dark, where that kind of thing happens. So it's probably chill at the moment.
Right.
Yeah, which is actually why I'm live streaming to show the chill.
We just wanted to kind of come down and see what was going on.
Yeah.
After seeing the media so much,
Yeah, you got to get your own eyes on it. That's the best way to see the world.
Right.
Yeah. So, all right, be good, be safe. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I think that's it. I think I'm probably gonna sign off and maybe come on in a little bit, but I just kind of wanted to show you the peaceful scene here. Unless there's any final questions. Rational hatred is definitely small. PP energy by definition. All right. What's up, Royce? What's up, Michelle? What's up, Marcus? Sandra, what's up? Chris, what's up? Adam, what's up? And Adam, yeah, thanks for the ballistics comments there. Elizabeth, Ray, Sandra, Tristan, what's up? Billy, what's up? Sandra, what does it say? Stephanie says, are they following up after marking people? So again, I think I kind of answered that earlier, that I'm not really sure. Probably rock salt. Yeah, I think I did suggest that it may be salt. Still, it stings and not thrilling, but it's the big metal pipes they're launching at us that are more troublesome. That's the thing that fucked up Donovan's head. So, Sandra, truth. I want to see. Yeah, that's what all I'm trying to do is bring the truth here. That's all it is. Lauren says, fuck 12. Yes, fuck 12 for sure. And any advice to the cities preparing for the feds? Advice, I just say stay vigilant. I mean, I think that's about all anyone can do here. And be safe, be sensible, have a safety zone to go to. Not that we need safe spaces. The people out here clearly, compared to the alt-righters, not that I want to invite the alt-right, clearly aren't worried about their safe spaces, going against Tucker Carlson's narrative of such things. The lefties are out here just doing their thing and not worrying about it, because we're more concerned with truth and goodness and protesting what's happening with police brutality and minorities of every size, stripe, and color. I mean, shit is fucked up. But you know, I'm going to get one last video of the kids, and then I'm going to sign off, because these kids are awesome. I'm going to get one more time. These kids are the best. Hold on. Okay, I get one more shot of the three kids. Here they are.
All right, watch out.
All right.
Fuck the police.
What is it?
Fuck the police.
All right.
Fuck the police.
Say it. Can you do that?
Put your hands up, all right?
police.
All right. Power to the people. Power to the people.
Thanks, kids. All right, take care. And with that, I am signing off. The beautiful little kids here. Power to the people. Here, it's spicy. It's not enough to choke you, like being in the actual clouds, but it's really.
News is on the other side of the line, and they were saying that the Gaston Police Department is not ready or prepared, and they're tired, so they're sitting in the Rambo, and then they cut their feed.
Well, Joe Bruno said he's already heard from Gaston County, Omega, Gaston County PD, Gaston County Sheriff's Department, Bessemer City PD, and 2 other departments that are out here.
Currently?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's just all...
Gaston County Sheriff's Office, Gaston County Police, Gastonia Police, North Carolina Highway Patrol, Belmont Police, Mount Holly Police, Bessemer City, and Lowell Police
are already here. That's a lot of...
Responding to the protest per a Gastonia spokesperson. So I don't know if responding now or have already.
All right, we're moving on. That could have just been fear-mongering from Fox. Go tell Christy about that. We'll walk this way because she's way up here. Christy. 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 Here's the update on the police situation. He's got it.
Gastonia spokesperson told Joe Bruno that Gastonia Police,
Are already out here.
No, they just said responding. So they could be currently responding or they could be already responding.
This is a nice... All right, I guess we're walking.
We need everybody walking a little bit faster than that.
police are gonna finish their break and be like, what the fuck do we do now? I don't know where Christy and them are going off on their own like that. Oh, they must be friendlies. I don't know where we're going or what we're doing. I so want to be in the cops' ears like right now, just going like, where are they going? Where do we go?
Just trying to get a closer shot so people could hear on the live. And then police presence came and I walked over to that. And more things just kept getting me distracted. And by the time everything had calmed down, I turned around and the bike was gone. Thank you so much, Sharon. So to everyone here, I'd say good night, and I will be live tomorrow. And I wish you all a pleasant night, definitely.
Nope. They should have made a line first.
But then I'd be right there with all of them, so. Hey, Clea, we miss you.
All right, my name is Marcus Edwards. Look, I want you guys to understand that a lot of these people here do not understand what you mean when you say the things you say. So that
Awesome,
creates
Clea.
division,
We're waiting for you.
That creates distrust, that creates hatred and anger when we need to be standing together. So my question to you is, what do you mean when you say the things you say? And let's start from there. I understand where you guys are coming from. I want to emphasize that. But I also understand where they are coming from.
So much anger from him.
I have talked to you guys. I've talked to you guys day in and day out. And at the end of the day, there is a misunderstanding. So I ask you guys, what do you mean when you say the things you
Can't
say?
wait, Clea.
Because I will say, when you say all cops are bastards, I say I disagree. I have police officers who are family and friends of mine. So again, what do you mean? Thank you.
right. So, thank you for asking that question. I think that that's a really important, really important question that we get all the time. So I'm glad that I have so many of you guys here that we can kind of give that answer to you guys. So we know that the term ACAB, all cops are bastards, is extremely triggering. Not only to you guys, to some people of color as well. And so we've had the discussion, okay, what does this mean and why do we say it? So when something like that is said, what they're referring to is that the system, the police force, every system put in place to protect, has put in place to marginalize and oppress people of color. So, one thing, and I'm so glad I'm getting to talk to you guys about this because this is why I get so frustrated. So when we say we want to defund the police, we want to abolish the police, we are not saying that there should not be a protective force in place. We are not against guns. We believe that we should be, the community can protect itself, and that right now there is a police force that is responsible for taking care of everything. So the same person who goes and handles possibly like a terrorist in town is the same person who's sent to go handle a person with disabilities. That is a problem. And so what we believe should happen is that the funding that has gone to the police should be split to different systems. So they should be put into different systems. One of them being people who are here to serve and protect our community, including the community that includes people of color. Okay? So with that said, all cops are bastards. Let's say you know somebody in your life that is a cop and you don't think they are a bastard. So what we mean by that is that if you, let's say you didn't know, and then all of a sudden someone comes up to you and teaches you about all this stuff, and you know that the system that you are working for oppresses minorities, and you still aren't willing to stand up and look at your boss and be like, hey, like I'm here to serve and protect my community, but these rules that I'm following is saying something else. I still want to serve and protect my people of color. I still want to protect everyone. So can we change these rules so they protect people of color as much as they protect white people so they aren't, do you guys get what I'm saying? Let me write it down for you.
Thank you guys for having this dialogue. It's good.
Yes, thank you.
I support the police. I want to make that clear right up front. But I do believe the police need a little bit of retraining to go back to the constitutional laws of this country.
Thank you.
Bring our country back to what we're supposed to be. The black people out here, they don't have no monopoly on police abuse. Everybody out here has experienced that to some degree. White, black, Indian, Hispanic, whatever. That's not what the message that we need to be getting out there. What this movement is about, they're taking y'all as tools. It's about the destruction of this country.
That was Claire. She was part of Black Unity leadership.
That's what it's
the
about.
one in roller skates.
And I can't get behind burning down Portland, dragging people out of their cars and beating the hell out of them, attacking little kids, stomping on their heads. No, I'm not going to get behind that. If we want to be united, then we need to get united behind a just cause. And that's for this country, because we all live here. So we're going to figure it out one way or the other. And I hope that we figure it out peacefully. But I'm telling you, people are getting sick and tired of seeing our homes and towns burned up, people beaten up, dragged out of their cars, the highways blocked. We're getting tired of that. And we're coming together united against that. What this is doing is causing more division in this country. It isn't going to unite anything. It's going to end up exploding like a powder keg. That's what we're coming down to. I just hope somebody can understand that. Because the message we need to be giving out there is the police need to go back to protect and serve, to honor the Constitution, to protect all of us.
Protect everybody equally.
Hell, I do think they do that to a degree, but they need some correction. They do need that because we've got a little bit of too much abuse going on here and there. But nobody has a monopoly on that. We get back to the Constitution. That's what everybody needs to be united behind. It's the Constitution of this country, not divide and conquer, because that's what they're doing to us. The Islamic State is heavy in our government. I don't know how many people know that, have any idea about what's going on there. But that keeps growing, and you're going to have a lot of problems that we don't want to have in this country.
Thank you.
I just need to add this in before I let someone else speak. Like how you're tired for the last 54 days of so what rioting, we're tired of 400 years of the same shit.
Yeah.
So if you're tired of that, let's come together and make it so Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Inno. I identify as they, them, but if that's hard, you can call me he. I won't get offended. So, first of all, I will say I did not like to say all cops are bastards for a long time. It just felt a little aggressive. And then I realized something. The police is a weapon of white supremacy. It's always been a weapon of white supremacy. Always, from the very beginning. It has served to protect whiteness and white centralization. Look at my face. I look like you. So here we go. You talked about a cause, right? You talked about a cause to unite us. Raise your hand if you've been to the Justice Center in Portland in the last 55 days. Anybody? Anybody from here been to the Justice Center in the last 55 days?
Is the audio down?
I was there last night. Let me tell you what it's like, because we're talking about a cause to bring us together. Currently what's happening in Portland now is there is an unmarked militia from different branches of the militarized government. They are arresting people
I'm covering my mic a bit.
for being
so let me know
peaceful in the
if
streets,
that's better.
mostly. Listen, there has been violence. I've seen violence there. There's been infighting. We have a bunch of passionate people who've been oppressed their entire fucking lives. They're angry, and they're getting beat up every night without weapons, but I would be angry too. And fuck, I'm angry as fuck. It's hard to go down there and not be... These are unidentifiable, unchecked people, taking them to unknown locations, not booking them, not reading their Miranda rights. These are constitutional rights. Yo, these are constitutional rights for every single person.
Yeah!
So you want to talk about a just cause? You want to talk about the Second Amendment? Why does the Second Amendment exist? In case an unidentifiable, unchecked militia arises from the government. On top of this, we all know who the Proud Boys are. You have people, maybe Proud Boys, but definitely not federal militia, that are dressing just like the federal militia. They're taking people off the streets to unknown locations, just like the federal militia. And they are doing horrible things. So when you talk about a just cause, I look at this identifiable, unchecked federal militia with militarized weapons. People with no weapons.
Yes.
No weapons. One final word. That's all I'm going to say on that.
Wait your turn.
If you didn't hear that, he said, if you hear what's happening up there, it ain't shit to what they're going to provide to us here if we start doing that shit here. Just to make that clear what we said. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about the cops again. I see some ladies over here. Yes, are we all from Springfield? Or from Oregon? Or from... Okay. I'm not going to ask you to keep your hands raised, but I'm sure that Springfield and Oregon is not immune to the national pandemic of domestic abuse. Maybe y'all know somebody who's been abused by their partner. Maybe y'all know, maybe it's happened to you. What if in this case, you were able to call 911 and they were able to dispatch not an armed cishet white male, which is generally what they are, but instead they could send a counselor, a de-escalator, a marriage therapist. You wouldn't have to pay. What if that was a what if that was a reality? Would that have helped some of your situations? The situations of your friends? So when we say defund the police, when we say all cops are bastards, we're pointing at the system and saying this is broken. This money should go to helping your friends that have been abused by their husbands. This helps everybody.
For the murder of an Aboriginal person. You know, our family will continue to demand justice for a deceased man that can't tell his side of the story until the 6 officers are held accountable for their actions. Also, we call on WorkSafe Australia to take back their ejections and undertake an investigation into the incident as well. Also, Scott Morrison made some comments in regards to... One second. So one of Scott Morrison's comments to 2GB was, there's no special rule for people not to obey the law. What gives people a ticket not to obey the law, Mr. Morrison said. My response to that as an Aboriginal person and as a victim, as a family member of an Aboriginal person that was killed in custody, to that is, my understanding is the special rule and ticket not to obey the law and you know, it's these marches in Australia here, they're very peaceful with no violence recorded from my from my view. You know, we're going to continue demanding justice for David Dungay Jr. You know, the whole world has seen the video footage of him being held down and begging for his life continuously. You know, we've been here for the past 5 years, as I said,